blocks away. Apologies for any bad noises. These headphones suck. I'll buy some new ones today. Oh, man. It's still the 9th of May. And we're most of the way. Got probably at least 4 more miles in front of us. Make sure it's making noise. These headphones really suck. I really don't like them. And I'm excited to get some new ones. But yeah, I'm trying to keep up with Forrest, but she's just cruising. I think at this point, hands down, she's the strongest member of this group. Uphill, downhill, doesn't matter. She has no injuries. Her speed is unrivaled. Pretty incredible thing to behold. And yeah, I just can't keep up. It's another funny thing about being out here. I just really didn't think that it would be so injurious to my body. All the physical, really just all the impact. It's just so much impact. I may never go on another hike again after this, just for fear that it's like destroys your body. Biking is so much more gentle, so I'll be excited to go back to that. Let me pull this headphone around again. I was listening to clips the other day, and they sounded like shit because of this stupid microphone and the stupid headphone. Can't even find it. Okay, hopefully that helps. Probably just makes it worse, because why would anything make it better? Yeah, so we're still out here making our way, and it's hard, man. The temperature, the monotony. I'm starting to remember reading that book, Once Upon a Climb, just how I got a sense of the real monotony of it. Thankfully we're going fast, so like the monotony is as abbreviated as it can be, and not to say it's not fun or anything like that, but putting in the work every day is the hard part. Getting 20, 25 miles, 15, 20, 25 miles down the road every single day, regardless of weather conditions or physical conditions. You wake up, you pack up, you eat up, and you leave up. But in the times when I feel like it's difficult, and I'm like, man, I have like 80 more days of this, of this feeling of just how difficult the task is. I do think, well, here come some people, so put a pin in that. How's it going?
Hi, how are you?
Good. Happy trails. Just think, well, would this whole thing really even be worth it if it wasn't this hard? And the answer is no. Without the physical pain, without the doubts, without the hunger, the thirst, the elements, the camaraderie that gets you all through it. Again, I think this would be very, very hard solo. At least at this pace, I don't know. It'd be hard to find motivation each day to continuously push yourself. But this group, I still think we can go the distance, or at least as far as we can go with everyone. Things happen, who knows? I almost fell off the back myself. And I have a friend, James. Shouts outs to Mr. Brechtel. He was saying that it was interesting to contrast my pre-AT clips with the ones that are now being made, where I'm really happy to be in this group, and even going on solo night hikes in the fog to catch up with them, because I guess I don't remember exactly what I said, but something obviously along the lines of how I would want to do it solo. But just like you can't really picture how far the sun is in terms of distance, 93 million miles, like I don't think you can really picture how difficult a task like this is all at once. And by you, I just mean me. Like early assumptions and everything. Everything has just kind of been a surprise at this point. If if you try to beat the trail will beat you. Yeah, this is funny. I'm glad for this. I said this yesterday to the group, but I'll say it here just to sort of conclude the clip. This is a guy, Ollie, out here from England, from Ollie, old England. And he was saying that, one of the things he likes about attempting a thru hike is just that, it's unambiguous. You wouldn't look back on a thru hike if you'd gotten to like Katahdin and been like, did I really accomplish that? Did I really accomplish what I set out to do? It's just so obvious you did. And so, difficult though it may be, and grueling and monotonous, and I don't know, it's just funny. It's like, everything is so different every day, but it's also so similar. There are rocks, there are leaves, there are trees, there's mud, there's water, wildlife, that is one thing I do like about it. It's just that at least it's forward progress every day. Not like a bike ride, like an out and back, where you're seeing the same things, like shortly after seeing them the first time. The big lake out there, I don't know, or river. I don't know what river that is. Could that be the Potomac, perhaps? Someone better versed in geography might be able to tell me if Daleville is close to the Potomac. Certainly makes sense that it could be the Potomac, given the Maryland and Virginia split. But we'll see. Who knows? So yeah, a little less than an hour to go still, and in the heat of the day, I don't know, everything is just difficult. But it's the nights and the friends and the beers and the food and the water. All that stuff makes it worth it. And there is a very firm end to it. I don't think I'll ever be a Triple Crowner. I think I'll be content to return to my daily life after this experience, and I certainly intend to go all the way. But man, yeah, this is no easy task, not for the faint of heart, not for anyone who's not willing to endure. It's an endurance activity for sure. I'm about to pass somebody else, so enjoy some AT ambiance. Thank you. Happy trails. Yes, sir. Happy trails. The top of my foot hurts in a way that it used to when I would run. And I know a stretch for it that makes it feel amazing. But as I was in my tent last night, kind of trying to stretch out my Achilles and calf muscles, and then now my top of my foot as well, all on the left foot, or left leg. There's an interesting familiar sensation of pain. But I haven't taken any ibuprofen for like 2 days now, and I'm keeping up with everybody pretty well. And I don't have any pain that is distracting or limiting my mobility. So this is all just part of it. This is what makes it an experience worth completing. And I'm not having any doubts or anything. I'm not thinking, why am I out here? I know exactly why I'm out here. And I'm not thinking, I wish that I wasn't out here. I do still want to be out here. And this is more so just to capture a moment where I'm just like, man, this is so hard. One of the moments that confirms my original suspicions that this would be the hardest thing I've ever done. And Forrest has said several times, you can't look at it all at once. Like, on a daily basis. Like, you kind of have to take it day by day and just think, okay, today's Daleville. You can't focus on how far you have until Virginia, or until you have the next state crossing, or the next 0 day, whatever it may be. You can, but that makes the day seem longer. And for some reason, going into town also makes things feel longer. 15 miles, that is like, close to 75% of what we would do on any day. So having to do that first before going into town certainly takes some time. And it's nice that we'll only have 5 miles getting out of Daleville to go to the first shelter and then just relax. We'll have beer and whatever else, probably a stomach full of restaurant food. I know there's a good barbecue place there, which I'm not a huge fan of barbecue, but I love fried okra and other sorts of barbecue side items and some barbecue things, whatever. But yeah, this clip is really just honoring, Atlas's urging to me to capture the hard parts. So today, maybe it's because I have no food, I already ate it all. Maybe it's because I'm low on water. Maybe it's because I don't have any kind of electrolyte mix to mix with my water. So I'm not running on fumes yet, but I'm thinking that I probably will be by the time we hit the road. All these things sort of culminate, and obviously physical pain of my body, which isn't as bad as it's been. I'm not really sure at this point when my original problem with my heels occurred. I remember the day. I remember what was happening that day, but I don't remember how many days ago it was, or how many weeks ago it may have been. And out here on all these ridges on these Virginia mountains, your foot just gets twisted and turned in so many odd directions. Like, pretty sure that's what's giving me the pain on the top of my foot. But it's not really that bad. It could be much worse, as always. Wow, I just did a very roundabout way of getting between these two rocks. So, yeah, that's my mind state right now. I'm listening to the Carter 5, which, I heard a bunch of reviews of it. A lot of people saying they didn't think it should have been an hour and a half long. But at this point, I'm kind of glad it is an hour and a half long, because that's pretty much exactly how much time it's going to take me to get to the road. And so I can listen to it for the duration, and I can enjoy the time. And once it's over, I'm there. So it's pretty perfect. So with that, I will return to my Muzak and continue, I'm sure, to think about the enormity of the task. James, if you ever get out and do a through hike, I would similarly be interested in your take on groups before, during, and after. Because for me, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not as strong as I would think I would be, or as strong as I think I am. I don't know. The thought of being out here alone doing this seems scary, just in the sense of would I be able to keep up the momentum? I think I probably would, but I don't know. The goal-oriented part where, I'm accomplishing a specific something with a group is more rewarding. What it really is? Oh shit. And this is perhaps the true concluding note. It's like Forrest has a tattoo on her elbow. Happiness is only real when shared. That's really what it is. It's like, happiness is only real when shared, for sure. But misery is like half as heavy when you have people to share it with. So, having my New York trip as a comparison, it's just like, this would just be a lot less meaningful, a lot less special if you're not sharing it with people. Maybe that's just me, or maybe that's just a certain type of person who feels that way. But for sure, everything has felt so natural, falling into this group, being a part of it, all the other members who have joined. I think everything is compounded. Everything positive is compounded. Everything negative is halved, at least. Which is why we all kind of worry about Snowbird and wish he was still with us. Because, I mean, sure, having like a huge daily average in a short time out here is quite a task to achieve. But, I mean, how cool is it to be by yourself for that much time? And of course, as well, you do share time with people at shelters and things like that. But even still, you know, like, you know, this group does a good job of honoring the fun and everything. So, with that, you know, I wonder where my cafe knob is from here. Probably can't see it. Yeah. Happiness is only real when shared, y'all. It's hard to feel purely happy by yourself. Take it from Forrest's elbow. Shit. Thorny thorns. Alright. Bye for now.